Hello everyone, this is Sean Heather and I just received my Google Pixel 9a review unit from Google, and in this video we are going to perform an unboxing of the device. So we will have a look on the smartphone inside, its design, features, build quality, hardware specs, display and all of the usual unboxing stuff. So here we go. So first of all, let's have a look on the retail box. So here on the front side, we got a picture of the device and you can easily get the idea that the device we got inside is black in color. As you can see, it is a 5G smartphone. It comes with 6.3-inch display. We got 128GB storage. That's the base model. There is another variant with 256GB storage, and as I said, this is the Obsidian color option, that is black. As you can see, the packaging is quite nature friendly. So let's open the box and let's see what we got inside. So here once again you can see the rear of Google Pixel 9a. Here is our Pixel 9a smartphone in Obsidian black. Some quick start guide, user manuals, and here we got a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. And here is a SIM card tray ejector pin. So these are all of the stuff we got inside the retail box of Google Pixel 9a, the smartphone, USB Type-C to Type-C cable, the quick start guide and the SIM card tray ejector pin. So here is our Google Pixel 9a in Obsidian black color. So let's switch it on, and after that we will go through the setup process and then we will have a detailed look on our Google Pixel 9a here. So the setup is done and we are good to go with our Google Pixel 9a. So first of all, let's talk about the design and build quality. So the very first thing that you will notice once you start using the Pixel 9a is that we got pretty thick bezels all around the screen. Because of the dark default wallpaper, you might not notice in the beginning, but if you switch to the light mode with a white background, then you can see how thick are the bezels here on our Pixel 9a. So the side bezels as well as the bottom bezel and the top bezel are quite thick and prominent, as you can see here. On the front side, we got a 6.3-inch display. In the top center of the device, you will find this punch hole where front-facing camera resides. Just above it, there is a tiny slit from here to here where you will find the earpiece that also works as the secondary speaker on this device. At the top, we got the antenna lines along with the secondary microphone. At the bottom, we got the speaker grill, USB Type-C port, primary microphone and the SIM card tray slot. On the right side, we got the antenna lines, the power button and the volume keys, and there is nothing on the left side except the antenna lines. Now another interesting part of the design of Google Pixel 9a is the back panel, as it is totally different compared to the rest of the Pixel 9 series smartphones as well as the Pixel smartphones from the past few generations in general, and that's because of this new camera module design. So the Pixel 9a does not come with the visor that we were seeing on all of the Pixel smartphones recently. So this gives a unique identity to the Pixel 9a. Also, the camera module bump is extremely minimal, and that's once again is quite impressive and very unique among any other smartphone. So if you put your smartphone on a flat surface, it will not wobble at all from any angle. That's really impressive. On the back, we got just this Google logo that is also quite hidden, especially if you're talking about this Obsidian model we got here, and there are no regulatory information etc. on the back of the device. So the back panel is really minimalistic and that looks beautiful and premium from every angle. The back panel is made of plastic, the frame is made of recycled aluminum, and on the front side we got the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. It also comes with IP68 water and dust resistance that once again is quite rare on the smartphones in this price segment. Another interesting thing about the design of Pixel 9a is the placement of the speaker. It is on the bottom right corner, so if you hold the device like this while playing games, then your palm will not cover the speaker grill and you will enjoy the good audio output from the speaker. So once again, this is a nice inclusion and the design change in Pixel 9a. So overall, in terms of design and build quality, the Pixel 9a is a pretty solid smartphone and way above its price segment in many aspects, as we got metal frame, IP68 water and dust resistance, very beautiful premium and unique looking back panel. The only drawback here is that the bezels are pretty thick, and personally I would prefer if instead of the Gorilla Glass 3 we had a newer version of the Gorilla Glass. Now talking about the display, got a 6.3-inch OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, support for HDR10 with 1080 x 2424 pixels resolution, so the PPI you will get is 422, and because of that the display of Pixel 9a is pretty solid in terms of visual quality. It is really sharp and you won't see any pixelation while using your smartphone. The display specs is pretty much identical to the more expensive Pixel 9, and the only major difference is in size of the bezel. As we have already discussed, we got a huge 4mm thick bezels on the side and 3.5mm thick bezel at the bottom. In the high brightness mode, the maximum brightness can go as high as 1800 nits and the maximum peak brightness can go as high as 2700 nits. So you won't face any issue while using the device in bright sunny outdoors. By default, the device comes with 60Hz refresh rate. You have to manually turn on the smooth display to enjoy the 120Hz refresh rate on your Google Pixel 9a, and as you can see, it's pretty smooth at 120Hz refresh rate here. So if you can ignore the thick bezels, the display panel we got here is pretty solid and you will enjoy watching all kinds of content on Pixel 9a screen. Now talking about the hardware specs, the Google Pixel 9a comes with the same Google Tensor G4 processor that we got on the other Pixel 9 series smartphones. So this is a good thing that even though the 9a is the cheapest smartphone in the Pixel 9 lineup, it still comes with the Google's best smartphone processor. It comes with 8GB RAM, 128GB storage or 256GB storage. One big drawback here is that it does not come with memory card slots, so especially the 128GB storage variant of Pixel 9a does not make sense as it is very less if you do not have a memory card slot on this device. Talking about the battery, the Pixel 9a comes with 5100 mAh battery that makes it the biggest battery in the Pixel smartphones. We got 23-watt wired charging that is once again quite slow compared to the competition, but the good part is that it comes with 7.5-watt wireless charging as well. That is once again extremely rare in the smartphones of this price segment. As you can see, it also comes with the adaptive charging, that is basically the bypass charging technology that improves the battery performance and the battery life. So once again, this is a nice inclusion on Pixel 9a as well. Talking about the software side, the Pixel 9a comes with the latest Android 15 with all of the latest Android and Pixel features, and you will get up to 7 years of major Android upgrades on this device. Being a Pixel smartphone, it comes with stock Android with only Google applications. As you can see, if you go to the settings, once again you can see it's pretty skinned version of Android that usually you see on Android smartphones of other brands. So if you want to have the stock Android experience, then Pixel 9a is the smartphone for you. We still got plenty of options that you can use to customize your user experience on this device, and as we have seen that the Pixel series smartphones come with plenty of Pixel specific features that you won't find on any other smartphones when it comes to software based features, like the advanced version of Google Gemini, plenty of AI based image and video editing feature, and many more such things like that. Now talking about the camera, we got a 13 megapixel front-facing camera capable of recording 4K resolution videos up to 30 FPS, while we got a 48 megapixel primary camera with optical image stabilization and face detection autofocus that can record 4K resolution videos up to 60 FPS, and we got a 13 megapixel ultra-wide angle lens as well with macro imaging capability. If you launch the camera application, the very first thing that will pop up on your screen is the option for the top shot that captures a short video and gets the best image from it, and if you want, of course, you can make some changes to it as well. So this is the user interface you will find. You can see that it comes with 2x toggle for zoom. That's basically digital, but Google claims that you can get lossless zoom on Pixel 9a as it comes with 8x super zoom technology. We got the portrait mode, we got the popular add me feature, we got the long exposure here, then we got the dedicated night sight, we got the panorama mode as well, and if you go to the settings, you will get plenty of options that you can use to make changes in the UI and how you use your smartphone camera. If you go to the more settings, you can get the rest of the options. The only thing is that the user interface of the Pixel smartphones, it's not the problem of Pixel 9a only, is a bit complicated compared to the rest of the smartphones. If you are using the Pixel smartphone for the very first time, you can go to the video mode and then you go to the settings, then you will get a different set of options, especially for the video recording. As you can see, it comes with the video stabilization, you got the speech enhancement as well, and once again you can go to the more settings to make any changes you want to your video recording or the imaging capability of the device. So we will see how good the camera performance of the device is going to be in our future videos. Right now, just wanted to give you a quick idea about the camera options and settings we got here. And even though we are missing some of the features we got on the more expensive Pixel smartphones, the camera features hardware of Pixel 9a looks pretty capable and solid. So at the first glance, the Pixel 9a is looking one of the better smartphones in this price segment, especially depending on the region, as outside USA and Canada, we got plenty of other brands providing great smartphones in this price segment. But from the USA and Canada perspective, the competition against Pixel 9a is quite low, and it is one of the best smartphone in its price segment if you just ignore the thick bezels we got here. But this is just a first impression video. Many more videos of Pixel 9a like the gaming review, benchmarking test score results, comparison with other smartphones, the camera review, etc. will be uploaded very soon on this channel. So do not forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get the notification when those videos are live. And if you enjoyed watching this one, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.